8 out of 12.
Okay, guys. So, we're going to go into starting a patch of raspberries. No fruits are tastier or more perishable than perfectly ripe raspberries. That is very true. A fact that argues for growing them within arm's reach. Get your patch off to a good start by purchasing certified disease-free plants. Those dug from a neighbor's patch may seem economical, but they often carry diseases. Choose a site that has full sun and well-drained soil and is as far possible from other cultivated or wild raspberries. Don't plant them where you have recently grown eggplants, peppers, potatoes, tomatoes, or strawberries, which are hosts to raspberry diseases. Did not know that. Clear clear the area of any sod or weeds before you get started. All right. Planting a raspberry patch. Right there. Number 1, prepare an area 2 feet wide and as long as the row you intend to plant. Work a few inches of compost, peat moss, or rotted sawdust into the top 12 inches of soil. Of all nutrients, raspberries need nitrogen the most, so add a high nitrogen fertilizer as well. Top the fertilizer with a recommended amount of lime or sulfur necessary to adjust the soil pH to about 6.0. 2. Erect a trellis to keep the plants upright. Set a 4x4 cedar post at each end of the rows, sunk into the ground at least 2 feet deep and braced. Use 12 to 14 gauge wire, placing one wire 5 feet above the ground and the other 2 feet above the ground. Number 3, before planting, soak the roots for a couple of hours in a bucket of water. Dig holes 2 to 3 feet apart in the roots, or in the rows. Set each plant in its hole, spread out the roots, and backfill with the loose soil, making sure the ground is just below ground level. Tamp the soil with your fingers, cut back all canes nearly to the ground level, then pour a gallon of water around each plant. All right. All right, I'll go over the raspberries by region. In the south, Bristol, which is black raspberry, Cumberland, which is black, Heritage is everbearing red, Sunrise is red, Mid-Atlantic Coast, Fall Gold, everbearing ghost. Everbearing gold. I almost said everbearing ghost.
The ice here.
Okay. Mid-Atlantic Coast, Fall Gold, everbearing gold, not everbearing ghost. Jewel, which is black, Century, which is red, Northeast, Allen. Haha. Allen is a black raspberry. August red, everbearing red, Heritage, everbearing red. Latham is red, Royalty is purple. Midwest, Blackhawk, which is black. Durham, everbearing red, Jewel, which is black. Southern Plains, Indian Summer, everbearing red. Jewel, which is black. Upper Plains and Rockies, Durham, it's an everbearing red. Latham is red. Pacific Northwest, Munger, which is black. Willamette, which is red. Blackberries by region. Mid-Atlantic and South. Chester, semi-upright. Comans, which is upright. Northeast and Midwest, Chester, semi-upright. Young berries, trailing. Pacific Northwest, Black Satin, semi-upright. Dirksen, upright. And Marion, semi-upright.
3 different doctors will all say just that.
So, no, I'll go ahead and do the rest of this in this video. Care and harvesting of brambles. Pruning. To keep your patch productive, cut each dead cane to the ground level. You'll recognize the dead ones by their pallid color and brittleness. Insects and diseases overwinter in the old canes, so burn them as soon as possible. As your berry patch ages, more pruning becomes necessary because the plants produce too many new canes each year. Cut off all the weak new canes when you remove the old ones, and thin out the strong, healthy canes if they are closer together than 6 inches. Keep rows of red and yellow raspberries and upright blackberries no more than 2 feet in width, and those of black or purple raspberries and trailing blackberries no more than 1.5 feet wide. This permits easier harvesting and pruning and also allows better air circulation. Harvesting. Raspberries ripen a few weeks before blackberries, and the long ripening season of both lets you enjoy fresh picking every day for several weeks. If you want to further extend the season, plant early, mid-season, and fall-bearing raspberry cultivars. Use only small pails for picking raspberries because too many piled together will crush those on the bottom. Avoid handling the berries any more than is necessary and move freshly picked berries out of the sun as soon as possible. Steps for success in the bramble patch. The first year, prepare the soil carefully and plant the berries 2 feet apart. If you set out bare root plants, cut back the tops to 2 inches above the ground after planting. That is 2 inches. But leave potted plants unpruned. Water potted and bare root plants with a liquid fertilizer, then mulch. Second year. In the spring, cut back all plants that didn't make a strong showing the previous year to 2 inches above the ground level. Add to the mulch and apply a light helping of plant food. In the fall, cut back the tops of the plants so canes are about 4 feet tall. This makes a stiff plant that doesn't fall over in the winter. Install a fence or other support. Sorry, we're watching House 2. Third year and thereafter. In the spring, add fertilizer and fresh mulch. Trim out any broken canes. In the early summer, mow or pull out tips or sucker plants growing in the wrong places. Cut off and burn wilted tops. Remove any sick-looking plants. In the late summer, cut to the ground level and remove all canes that bore fruit. Cut out weak canes and thin remaining canes to 6 inches apart. In the late fall, cut back canes to 4 to 5 feet in height for winter. Tighten wire supports if necessary. And then we're going to get on to freezing fruit. And actually, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make a separate video for that. And I will see you guys in a minute. Bye, guys.